The 26 arrives faster than you ever expected, slipping through your fingers like sand you couldn't grasp no matter how tightly you tried. And now, here you are, standing inside the quiet, echo-filled courthouse in Korea, wrapped in a delicate white lace dress that hugs your figure beautifully, yet feels unbearably heavy. You shift your weight nervously from one heel to the other, rocking back and forth as though trying to steady your heart. The bouquet in your hand, soft white peonies with hints of blush, keeps switching from your right hand to your left, like even the flowers are restless, uncertain, confused, just like you. The courthouse walls are neutral and cold, contrasting contrasting with the chaos inside your chest, and each tick of the clock feels like a hammer slamming down on your nerves. You keep glancing at the large doors, waiting, hoping, expecting anyone, to walk in, and with each passing minute, you feel your hope thinning like a thread being stretched too far. Hannah leaned closer to you, her voice barely above a whisper as she whispered, "Why aren't they here yet? It's been an hour, Ryan." You shrugged lightly, although inside you feel the weight of that question pressing against your ribs. Hannah sighed dramatically, flipping her hair like she is moments away from starting a full rebellion. "I swear, if they ditch you, we are getting on the next flight to Vegas. No explanations, no permission, no fiance, nothing. Just you, me, a neon heart-shaped chapel, and maybe a hot bartender who calls you princess." You raised a finger immediately, lifting your chin with a kind of resigned confidence that only heartbreak can crave into someone. "I do not object to that decision at all." Hannah's eyes widened in approval, her grin stretching from ear to ear as though she has already bought the plane tickets. The courthouse official who has watched you wait in silence for 1 hour and 40 minutes now, walks up to you with a stiff expression. He adjusts his glasses before asking, "Are you completely sure the date is today, Miss Song?" You nod immediately. "Yes, I'm sure." He looked skeptical, his eyes lingering on your immaculate white wedding dress, the empty hallway behind you, and the lack of a groom. But he doesn't question you any further. Instead, he simply walks away, leaving you alone with your thoughts, your nerves, and the suffocating ache pressing against your heart. You exhale slowly, feeling something inside you fracture something you didn't even know you had been protecting. Hannah checks the time on her phone and mutters, "All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, girl, we are leaving." For the first time all day, a white grin tugs at your lips despite the heaviness sitting in your chest like a stone. There's a strange sorrow swirling inside you, because even though you should be happy, relieved, even that you are not getting forced into this marriage today, you feel something else lingering beneath that relief. Something like the sharp sting of not being enough, like being left behind, like being stood up at your own courthouse wedding. You don't want to say it loud, but the feeling digs deep, whispering unwanted doubts inside your heart. You step outside the courthouse with Hannah, the cold breeze hitting your bare shoulders, making your skin prickle as though the universe itself is reacting to the shift in your fate. Without thinking twice, you toss your bouquet straight into a nearby trash can, watching the soft petals crumble slightly from the impact. It feels symbolic, messy, sad, freeing, all at once. Hannah claps dramatically. "That's right, girl. Ruin that updo. Toss that bouquet. Wipe that eyeliner. Get ready to get wild in Vegas." You laughed, a small breathy sound, before lifting your hands to loosen your hair from its perfectly pinned up style. The soft strands fall around your shoulders, messy and freeing. It makes you feel like yourself again, not like the bride who waited alone. You take a step forward with Hannah, ready to leave the courthouse behind and walk back into your life, when suddenly you collide with someone. Your shoulder hits something firm, solid, warm. You wobble a bit before stabilizing yourself. "Oh, sorry," you said automatically, bowing your head slightly in apology. But the moment your eyes lift, your breath catches, standing right in front of you in a dark suit, eyes cold, jaw tight, expression unreadable, is Yunwoo John, and he's staring right at you. Yunwoo stands in front of you with a fury so sharp it could slice through the air. His jaw is tight, eyes blazing, chest rising and falling in controlled breaths, as though he is trying very, very hard not to explode right there in the middle of the courthouse steps. And for a moment you simply stare at him, exhausted by how angry he always seems around you, exhausted by this entire arrangement, exhausted by the tension that hangs between your families like a storm cloud ready to burst. When you shift your gaze, you notice Jungkook, his father, standing right behind him. Jungkook's expression is no softer. In fact, he looks as though he hasn't been in a good mood since the day this engagement was arranged. He radiates authority, irritation, and a kind of cold determination that makes your stomach twist. Something inside you snaps quietly at the moment. You are tired of being tiptoed around, tired of feeling unwanted, tired of watching Yunu be so furious all the time. So you confront the one person who can actually change things, his father. You take a step forward, looking straight at Jungkook, and your voice comes out from him despite the turmoil under your skin. "Jungkook, you don't have to do this to him. Look at him. He's angry all the time. He's miserable." But Jungkook doesn't even blink. Instead, he steps closer, and then closer, and then closer, still until he is standing toe to toe with you, towering over you with that intimidating presence he carries like a second skin. You have to crane your neck to see his face, your breath catching slightly from the overwhelming closeness. But you refuse to step back at first. His jaw twitches once before his voice comes out low and deep, laced with warning. "You do not tell me what to do, young lady. I know what I need to do for my son. You are not his mother. Do not tell me what I should or shouldn't do." Only then you step back, not from fear, but from sheer disbelief at how cold his words feel when they land inside your chest. You stare between father and son, and the resemblance becomes painfully clear. They have the same sharp jawline, the same familiar brown eyes, though Yunu's are warmer beneath the anger, almost soft in comparison. Jungkook's features are harder, sharper, craved Carved from steel, while Yunu's face still holds traces of someone gentle, someone who must have gotten that softness probably from his mother. Before you can say anything else, Yunu suddenly breaks the tension with a frustrated exhale. "Let's go," he mutters, his voice flat. You blink up at him in surprise, because out of everyone here, he is the last person you expected to voluntarily move things forward. Hannah leans close to your ear, whispering urgently, her voice full of concern. "Are you sure you have to do this, Ryan?" And even though your chest feels unbearably tight, you give her a small, reassuring smile. "I can't get out of this any more than he can." But apparently you said it louder than intended, because Jungkook and Yunu both snap their heads towards you with identical sharpness. Hana burst into laughter beside you, smacking your arm lightly. "Gaze, Ryan. Could you be any louder?" Your cheeks heat with embarrassment as people nearby glance over. But you don't apologize. You don't feel the need to. Not today. Not when you have swallowed so many words already. Inside the courthouse, the official looks between Yunwo and Jungkook with heavy skepticism written across his face. You can't blame him. Yuno is wearing jeans and a baby blue button up that clings to his arms, looking far too casual for a courthouse wedding. Meanwhile, Jungkook looks like he stepped straight out of a mafia CEO handbook, wearing a sharp three-piece suit, black tie, and an expression so serious he could intimidate a statue. You don't think You don't think you have ever seen him in anything but a suit, and honestly, you doubt you ever will. The official clears his throat awkwardly. Alright then, which one of you is the groom? The question makes your cheeks burn, especially when you see both men squall at the same time, like the universe purposely aligned their annoyance to strike in union. Jungkook gives Yunu a film show forward, silent but demanding. Yunu stumbles one step before catching himself, ending up standing right beside you, reluctantly, stiffly, uncomfortably close, and as the air thickens around the four of you, your heart drums. Your heart drums against your ribs like it's trying to escape. This is happening. You are really doing this. Yunu is really your groom, and Jungkook is watching every second like a judge passing a sentence.